Record and let's go. Oh boy. Hello, everybody. This is one of my all-time favorite gatherings that we get to do every month, these 7-minute demos, because I love new tech. I love finding out what's out there and I love updates to tech, but I don't love it for more than 7 minutes. So I love to bring in new tech tools and fun things to give us a 7-minute long demo, and then we get 3 minutes to ask them all sorts of questions. Once we get through all four of our guests, we have some time at the end that if anyone has questions we didn't get to, we can continue on. But this is an incredible opportunity for us as our community to get access to some really cool new technologies and meet the people that are behind them so that we can reach out and do some business together. And that's what this is all about. I would love to bring up our first contestant. Jackie, would you do the honors?
Oh my goodness. Well, why not rip off the Band-Aid?
I'm so excited.
Okay. So should I just share my screen? How do
You
you want
can
to do
share your
this?
screen. I'm going to get my timer up, and this is how it will work. I will unspotlight myself. I will keep you spotlighted. You can do your 7-minute demo, and people can ask questions in the chat. I will facilitate the Q&A for the last 3 minutes. I will also have my list of questions going too, so you and I have a little conversation for 3 minutes, and that's it. And then we take clips of these things and we share them on our YouTube channel and some of the other socials too, so other folks can hear and see what you've got. If you do have anything proprietary or NDA-ish that's only for us today and that you don't want out in the real world, let me know. We will make sure not to share that. All right, got my timer. Are
Hey.
you ready?
Yeah, I just have to minimize you. There you go. All right.
All good.
Okay. All right. I'll get started. Hey, everyone. My name is Jackie Baker. I'm founder and CEO of Spark Events. It's a full service event planning agency out of the Seattle area. After years of trial and error on what works for us, we've developed a tech stack that is designed to be a system for those who are running their businesses. So not necessarily planning events itself, but actually running your own event planning businesses so you could be more effective and efficient.
Oh.
All right, next slide. Doing the Canva thing here. It's all new, but it's pretty slick. All right, so as event professionals, we're super good at helping out our clients, like creating the plan, the logistics, all the lists, all the things. But when it comes to, running our own businesses, we have to wear a lot of hats. Even if you've got a fairly good sized team, you still are in charge of all of these things here. So I know you feel that, like sales planning, you're the help desk suddenly trying to figure out people's logins and all of that, and it can be kind of overwhelming. And most of us didn't start a company to be able to do all of this stuff. So I know you all feel that. Okay, next. All right, so I'm just going to start at the beginning and kind of like do a very super basic thing about running your business. You all know this already, that your store is your digital storefront. It's the first thing someone sees. It's open 24/7. In 10 years, I have redone mine countless times. It's kind of always a work in progress, but one of the things is it actually working for you? How hard is it working for you? So most agency websites are just digital brochures, right? So it's like a lot of static pages. You have manual follow-ups. You don't really have any automation. Maybe you'll have like some really great pictures. You'll have like forms that people can fill out and send you an email. You got some testimonials. But it really becomes a manual process, and you need to make sure, in addition to everything else you're doing, that you're keeping on track of it. Okay, so now what if your website did more? What if that system could do more for you? Like it actually captures leads automatically, it triggers automatic follow-ups, it helps book your calls for you, it organizes your sales pipeline so you can know who you're talking to when, what you've proposed, what you've already closed, and things like that. So there's really a difference between a website that looks good versus one that is actively working with you to grow your business. Okay, so this is where Event Pro Suite comes in. It's built for event professionals by event professionals. So these are some of the platforms that I personally was using, and I really like them. There's nothing wrong with any of these platforms at all. The problem was that they all operated in silos. They didn't talk to each other. We had multiple logins for everything. We had to import one into the other, like data, photos, content, back and forth. And I was also finding that it was really adding up financially. Like some of these are very expensive. I know you know.
Mm-hmm.
So as a small business owner, that can be a problem as well. So what we've done is we put it all in one place. So Event Pro Suite puts this all in one place with a single logon. My entire team uses EPS. so that we can be on the same page, know what we need to accomplish. Because we're really just trying to work smarter and not harder. So this means that all of our content, our images, our verbiage, our newsletters, our calendar function, our task manager, CRM, everything is in one place so that we don't have to go looking for it all over. I mean, we already have things in Google Drive and Dropbox for our clients, but this helps run the business all in one place. This is a super fast presentation. So, the way that I'm looking at it is like you take your website and you turn it into a growth engine versus just a static website. So then you have all of these different like technology, a tech stack behind your website that then is the engine that runs your business. And
you get to see it?
We do get to, it's rather involved.
Okay.
So I didn't want to like overwhelm people and then like try to like
this is a demo.
Let's 7 minutes. Okay, let's see it. All right, let's go. All right, so for example, all right, is it going? All right, this is actually my pipeline. So like
we're still just seeing your screen.
Oh, share this tab instead.
It didn't change that. There you go. Beautiful.
Okay. All right, so this is my personal Event Pro suite. So in here, we have things like conversations, which will take everything from your emails, your social media and everything. Wow, it's loading slow. There it is. It loads everything in here. So like here, we've got like an Instagram post here. We've got emails, all of that. So you can reply back and forth and you're not missing anything. I used to miss stuff all the time if I didn't check in. We also have a Calendly function. So all of our team calendars are set in here. And again, I'm in a hotel right now. So this is the Wi-Fi. So we have all of this stuff in here. So you can keep track of like when you're available. Don't have to use Calendly anymore. I really love the CRM function. You can tag people if like, yes, they're coming inbound, they're tagged as a prospect. This is like, oh, look, there's Gabby. Like if you have an AV company and they're based out of Seattle, you can tag them specifically on how you want to communicate with them. And in here, all the things, right? Like here's every phone call I've had. Here's like a bunch of replies. It's all in one place. I can set to-dos, I can set reminders, and a follow-up sequence with each of my contacts. You just stop me whenever I need to be done. Here's what I love a lot is, this is how I keep it straight. It used to be a spreadsheet. These are my leads, right? Like everyone I'm talking to about work. Here's what I've actively proposed. Here's what I have won and then completed. And then even over on the side here, I can, it doesn't let me move as much in the presentation mode, but it'll say like if I've lost opportunities as well. So you can create whatever you want and you can also create as many pipelines as you want. So we also do swag. I also am a third party, so I do sourcing. So I just kind of keep all of that stuff in one place so I can take a look at it. The other one that I really love and has really saved me is it's called payments, but it's basically documents and contracts. And in here, I keep every contract that needs a digital signature. So I don't need to use PandaDoc anymore. I don't need to use Certify or DocuSign. It's all in here. And then we create a contract, put in all the signer names, and it's all in there. And then it just logs everything in here. And you can see who's signed when, and you can just copy them. And it's like really great template. You can also use it for invoices and estimates. You can also, some of our other EPS subscribers use it for their payments. So it goes right through their Square. The other thing that I really like is that we also host our website on here. So I no longer use like any hosting service or GoDaddy or anything. It all lives in here. So I'm able to go ahead and like, we could do sub websites or special promotion websites. It all lives in here. It's super easy to edit. I can go in and edit stuff on my website. If I'm like, what, I think this is a catchier way to say this, I can just go in and edit it. So every page is its own. These are some of my more boring necessary pages, but they're all in here and you can just go ahead and quickly make a change. We love using the SEO function here at the top. We have gone in and tagged all of our pages with specific keywords and really updated it all. Makes it super easy to just take care of that. And then there's so much, but like the other one that we use a ton, especially our creative director, is we use media storage. And this is kind of like, we have a gajillion folders. She's super, super, super organized. So we have like all these folders and we have our approved media that we can use on newsletters, our website, social media. We keep like our branding elements in here so that we can create new pages, new promotions, new campaigns all in one spot. So it's not like, oh, wait, who has it on whose camera? Oh, it's on our Google Drive. Go grab it. They're all here and super organized, and then they all talk to each other. So like later on today, I need to put together a newsletter. It'll probably like take me less than half an hour because I'll already have the photos that I want to share from this year.
So you
Reputation
have your
talks about,
entire team on this one, right? So that everybody's in
yes,
here, everybody's got
yep,
your consistent categorization
yep,
and
yep,
taxonomy for how to put media in there.
yep.
And how much automation are you using versus what I like to call manimation?
Animation, automation. So what we've done is set up a follow-up sequence, and it's a way that you like if then this and all the way through. So for example, we're running Google Ads right now. So when people respond to that ad and say they'd like to learn more, they get an email and then they get a reminder, and then we just kind of have that whole thing going on. Contracts, if they haven't signed, they get reminders for that. If there are other specific tasks within the team also in our task manager function, they get reminders of like, hey, you're overdue on these things on our critical path. So like each event will have its own project, and then we're assigning all the team members in there, and then you just say, here's your reminder, here's your due date, and it's like automated. So I
Awesome.
set it and forget it. Well, not
Do you
forget
have
it, but
mobile access to it too, or is it just desktop?
yes. Yep. So you can actually get it on your phone. It's a little not obviously as robust. Desktops are always more robust, but then yes, you can get all your reminders on your phone as well as any inbound inquiries. So if you want to check, like, see if you're on the road and there's anything urgent, somebody wants a request for a proposal or something came in through the website, you can see it on there.
And then previously it looked like you were using Hootsuite, and so now you're connected through API into this tool and doing all of
Yep.
your social media scheduling.
Yep. Yep, all of my social media scheduling it's just awesome because I can just go in a block of time and make a bunch of posts, tag, schedule, and then it's just out.
Awesome. And I assume it's SaaS platform, so monthly subscription.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And then let's see, going through the questions over here. So I'm a solo operator that would be building my own events and other people's. Does it work for solo operators who has multiple avenues of revenue in build mode?
Yes, great question, Marissa. Yeah, it's just a way for you to really organize all of that in one place. So, like when I showed like the different pipelines you can build, I would be building a pipeline for each of those categories, so you can like mentally kind of get your head around like, okay, this is this type of work, and then this is like where all that lives, and then you just contract all of that as well. I used it when I was solo. I had no team. It was just me. That was like, well, I was starting to lose it because it's just so many things all over the place. And so this came organically out of my need to kind of keep it together and keep everything, all the plates spinning on the sticks.
Awesome. And do you have like training? Do you have a support team? How?
Yes, we have a whole onboarding process. It's very involved. It goes over the course of many months. And so we just want to work with our clients to make sure that they feel comfortable. So we also are going to be having open office hours with me, just to like from an operator perspective, like this is how you actually use it in real life. And then we also have a technical support team that helps with like, oh, this is a glitch, or I need to like import my old website and get it hosted on this system. And then we completely do that whole onboarding system. So
Awesome.
it's a lot of hand holding and help
Awesome. Do you have
because we're
public
busy.
pricing to share, or is it all custom conversation?
They're all custom conversations because everyone's business is so different and everyone's in a different evolution of where they are and what kind of support they need. So some are like, I can just do it myself. Don't worry, just let me get my login. And others are like, want the special white glove treatment. Hand holding is one way to put it, but like, for your clients, but like the white glove treatment for the ones that we're onboarding, our new clients.
Awesome. And then do you know security levels around the platform for customer data?
Oh yeah, it's super, super secure. We work with, and that can be like a super deep dive, but it is like the highest security level for sure.
Awesome.
So yeah, you can't get into it. We don't get into your data. It's all safe in there.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Jackie. All right, so once we get off, then will you drop in how people can reach out to you? Obviously, they can find you in the Slack channel, and then put in the link of how they can get access to learn more. Oh, you still there? You froze. Hopefully you're still there. All right, well, we'll take care of that and putting Jackie in
Yep,
the
I'm
Slack
still here.
channel. Oh, good.
I'm
Awesome,
here.
awesome.
Yep.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Jackie. All right, next victim, John. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yay!
Hi.
Hi!
All right.
Oh boy, John Tucker with Concierge. And are we going into Concierge itself, or do we have a new tool with a new name? What is this?
Yeah, it's so first of all, thanks for having me back. This is my second time on 7 minute demo. And I'm going to be focusing on a new kind of add-on capability called the guest microsite. So just for context, Concierge is a guest support platform for event teams. I work directly with event teams on summits, hospitality events, incentive trips, any event that's kind of like 25 people up to about 1,500 people. And the reason for Concierge is what I like to call the herding cats problem. You know, before you get on site, email is kind of fine for collecting registrations for your event, but once folks are there, you have this gap between your team and the event team, especially in multi-day, multi-location events. And so Concierge is focused on reducing that communication gap primarily using texting, sometimes WhatsApp, but as the primary communication channel between guests and the event team. So there's no downloaded app for guests. It's a web app that I'm going to show you in a minute, and a text message thread. You can have Club Ichi has used this on a bunch of events, so and a couple of other Club Ichi members. But yeah, everyone knows how to text. I text with my mom. You know, so and then the ultimate goal is really elevate the guest experience for your guests. Make it, you know, people say it's like being at a 5-star resort where you can text with the support team at your event. So yeah, high touch guest support for smaller events. I'm going to jump into the platform. I'm not going to walk through the whole thing here, but just for the basic idea, you can have any number of events in your account, and then each event has a dedicated phone number. So you can publish a phone number on Know Before You Go information before your event. Here's how to reach the event team. And it's just a regular phone number that gets assigned. And then all those inbound messages go into the inbox. So when you're having two-way conversations with your guests, you can easily just, you can send a quick note to any one of your guests, anyone on your team. Everyone sees all the messages. So think of it as a shared inbox via texting. And in addition to that, you can schedule messages out to your guests at predefined intervals. So I'm going to use an example for the Barefoot Business Retreat that's coming up for Club Ichi. So I'll go ahead. I've got, I added Liz and Nicole in here earlier. So I'll go ahead and schedule a message out to everyone here. I'm going to say this is like our welcome message before it goes out. And I'm going to send it out to everyone. And I could schedule it for later. And this message will go out to each person from this phone number. It's not a group thread. It's not like a communal discussion. It's more for updates from the event team to each individual guest. So in the middle of the event, that might be weather changes, that might be a security incident, a healthcare incident, or just like regularly scheduled programming that you want people to know about. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to send this out now to everyone, a list. And you can see as your messages get delivered, you can see who they're going to. I'm going to pull up my phone over here on the left-hand side so you can see the guest experience. So each event has a little contact card that you can share, and then here's the example message. So the part I want to focus on today is this guest microsite, which is a newer capability of the platform. And I made this little mock-up site for the Barefoot.
And here's what it looks like.
Retreat.
So I'm just holding up because John added me to it too. So I am seeing these texts as they come through.
Yep. So I went ahead and looked at the registration site and then pulled in all the sessions that are happening, as well as FAQs for the event, just example FAQs. And so for your guests, the benefit of this is texting is great when you want to know everyone's going to receive your message during the event. And then this kind of gives a more holistic view of the overall schedule in a personalized manner for that guest. So it's not a static PDF. It's not print materials that you handed out in advance of the event. It's not a static website. It's updated for that person's activities that they're on, which groups they're in. And, it's up to date with which day you're on in the event. So it actually updates in real time there. And so all that is managed here. I did create a couple different groups. For example, I created a group called Early Risers, and those are people who are going to be part of the early morning activities. And then also a group called Late Nighters, and these are the people who are going to be at the later sessions. I'm in the Early Risers group, but won't be staying up late. So so I created those groups because it's just to illustrate, based on which list you're on. Here I am, I'm in the Early Risers group, but I'm not in the Late Nighters group. And so my schedule reflects that the early morning activities are on there. Now, Liz and Nicole, if we go over their schedule, we'll see that each of them has, look at Nicole's schedule, for example, and she's in the Late Nighters group. And so on her schedule, she's going to see those late night activities. And each guest gets those different gets those personalized view into their schedule. So that is a very quick overview of the texting capabilities, scheduled, real-time, group texting, as well as schedule FAQ microsite for your guests. And I'll just pause there for any questions.
Okay, let's re-spotlight myself. This is beautiful. Can you take me into the branding part of the little agenda thing? How does that work?
Yeah, so it's early here, but you can customize all of the most of the attributes here. The fonts. Each of these sessions can have a map. Each of these sessions can have an image associated with them. Basic fonts and colors there for customizing those different attributes. And then, if you have a brand font, like some more corporate events will have their own corporate font in there, as well as customizing metadata, title, logo, banner, that kind of thing.
Amazing. Okay, that was actually just your 7 minutes. I'm going to turn on the 3 minutes now. So, over on the left-hand side for event settings. So I don't recognize some of these things. I've used Concierge, love Concierge. We used it for IMEX. We were able to schedule out some of those like core experience crawl is starting now, things like that, so that we weren't on site having to go, oh my gosh, do a broadcast. So the schedule part was absolutely amazing for us. But tell me, like call forwarding and contact card. I don't remember seeing these before. What is this?
Yeah, so this is just, most people, it kind of depends how you set expectations with your guests. Some people want to have very active, hands-on VIP service. Other people want to discourage people from contacting them because they're busy. You're running around, you're event professionals, right? So this just enables you to forward this central phone number to anyone's cell phone or any phone number. And that could be someone on site, or it could be someone working remotely. Sometimes we have, teams of people managing the inbox, managing calls to this phone number if there's a high volume of conversations.
That's incredible. Okay, so if I have an ops person, they are not on site at the event, they are sitting back at headquarters, they are the ones that can answer the phone, they're the ones that can respond to all of the texts as they are coming in and all of that stuff.
Yeah, so like for upcoming like Coachella and Stagecoach VIP, festival goers, there's like a central command team that's managing kind of the guest support from requests from around the site, and those are all managed, centrally.
Super cool. So how do people get on the list? I can upload the list of my attendees, I assume, right?
Yeah, so it can come, from a registration site. So if you're using Cvent, we have an integration with Cvent. And a couple other platforms. Pretty easy to set up additional integrations. So when folks are registering, folks are not registering through this platform, although it is possible to sign up for the texting component specifically. Mm-hmm. So through your regular registration site.
Okay. And then you mentioned that when somebody receives a text and then they respond to it, it doesn't go to everyone else, right? Just goes back to the admin.
That's right. Yeah, they're all going to show up in this inbox here.
Beautiful. What is auto reply? Is that a setting that when they do text you, it would respond back to them?
Yeah, so this is like if you wanted to say we are sleeping now, right? And
Ah,
like we'll be back to you in the morning. Just a way for you to manage any inbound message can get an auto reply if you
okay.
set
Very
that
cool.
up.
So, can I ask kind of a poll question of people and just like, would you like to join yoga at 7 a.m. and have everybody do like a Y or an N, or would it do anything like that?
Yeah, there are, polls like you could say like you could set up a catamaran,
Oh,
keyword. When someone sends that keyword, you might want to send them to an existing list. Let's just add them to the early risers list, for example, right? And then you can send them an automatic reply if
oh,
they say that
wow.
keyword. So yeah, if you need to like collect structured um, queries, like which activity do you want to be in,
Yeah.
catamaran or golf, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Because that will be useful for Secret Family. Once people find out where we're going and we get to divide them into certain activities, then we can collect all of that data. That's incredible. Yay. All right. Well, thank you so much, John. This is looking incredibly awesome. I was so excited when you said that now there's like this agenda thing. So now I don't have to have an event app, but I can still give people the feeling of actually having everything at their fingertips. And then my one last question is, how do they access that page? Is it a text that they receive and then they get it and then they would basically just bookmark it on their phone?
Yeah, so you can text it out in any broadcast scheduled message. You can insert it here, and then each person gets this little variable.
Hmm.
Or from inside the person's profile, you can look at their schedule and just get a link right there.
Okay. And just like send it to them individually if they needed it.
Yeah.
Got it. Ah, it's so great. I love it. And you said this is early. Is it currently active and live and people can access it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. This schedule piece has been used by a bunch of programs. People really seem to love the just the ease of personalizing a schedule. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you, John.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Sergey, you ready?
Yep, yep, yep. Thanks, Liz.
Oh boy, come on up. And what are we doing today? Dreamio? How do I say it?
All right, so today we have Demio.
Demio.
So who here has attended a webinar before? Just raise your hand. Okay, a
One or
couple
two of
people.
us.
Yeah, so who here has hosted a webinar on something like Zoom, right? Okay, so that's typically what people are going to use for this, right? You're going to use whatever you can access one-to-many, maybe some free tools, Google Workspace, what have you. So that's probably what you're going to compare this to. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen and jump right in. I'm also going to share the sound because I created a little video at the end. It's only about 30 seconds, so don't worry. Okay, so everyone can see my screen now?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So this whole thing is browser-based. You don't need to really download anything. How do I get rid of this whole thing? Maybe I don't need
We
to.
don't
Okay.
see it.
Oh, that's right. That's my panel.
Hmm.
Anyway, this is the Demio dashboard here. So essentially, this is designed to be a one-to-many platform. You can use it for webinars. I use it for sales demos. You could use it for customer onboarding, and I'll kind of get into all the different use cases in a little bit. First thing I usually tell people to do is go check your settings, go set up your account. So you have your general settings here, different time zones, company name, language. If you're doing business in Europe, GDPR settings, all that is controlled. We also let you control the branding, which something like Zoom would not allow you to do, right? So if you have your own website and you want to put it in here, you can point your website and everything from the room to the registration page to the recording and a couple other things will all be on your website. So you have your branding in there. You'll just validate those CNAMEs and you're good to go. Pages and emails are also all customizable with your logo, your color scheme, the room itself as well. So the icon, this will show up on the top left, and then the background color where everyone is presenting, that will also show up with a hex code. There's also connections to a lot of things that people already use. So for example, I use HubSpot as my CRM. I can connect HubSpot in here and all of my registrants, all of my attendee data, all of my no-shows and things will flow directly to lists in HubSpot so that my sales team can kind of route things as they need to and pick up leads appropriately. There's also a whole bunch of different integrations like Zapier and MailChimp and Salesforce, everything that people will commonly use. Help on top, a lot of easy ways to get help. We're always available with a little chat. Support is very fast. On the product side, so Banzai as a company owns several different products, especially on the video side. So you'll actually see this one in next month's 7-minute demo is OpenReel. This is going to be a very high production studio quality videos that you can kind of capture, shoot, edit. Create Studio is kind of more for your Pixar style videos, your animations and things like that. A lot lower of a lift with AI prompts. And then we have a couple add-ons to the Demio platform as well. First thing I'm going to show you here is just going through an event. So if I click through here, you can see that we have a bunch of different event templates already in here. If I click add new event, this is going to allow me to choose from one of 3 different templates. A standard is going to be your standard live webinar. You can get on stage, you could do a presentation, you could share your screen. Series is great for onboarding, so you can have people registered across a group of live scheduled sessions. And then automated, this is the one I'm going to show you in a few minutes. This one is just like a standard event, but it's basically a video and it plays on its own. And then you can have little pop-ups and things and call to actions show up during the presentation. And that's fully autonomous. Going into these events, so I'm going to go ahead and click into Meet Demio here. So this is the event right here that I use for most of my sales demos. And if you look, I have upcoming sessions and past sessions. It actually has almost 1,000 of these past sessions in here. This is going all the way back to 2022. And I can click onto any one of these and it'll bring me to that specific session. All of these little numbers are all drill downs, so I can see who's registered, who attended, any messages that were exchanged. Pretty much any information I want is available through that within the activity tab. Customizing these is very easy too. So we have built-in registration pages and email notifications. So if you look at the registration page, for example, everything is drag and drop and templates. So I could choose kind of accent, gradient, branding. I can override the account level branding with a logo, color scheme. Each element here, headline, subheadline, description, feature presenters, all that good stuff is available. And then the form is also customizable. So you can add your own fields. You can kind of create your own custom fields. This setting here is going to allow you to create a little digest of registration activity. You could choose who receives that on your team. And then within this email notification system, this is going to automatically fire off confirmation emails and reminders to folks that register. So you can see 24 hours, an hour before, 15 minutes before the session. And then a replay is automatically going to be sent out to all registrants. If you look in that email right there, they can watch the email, they can watch the replay directly in line there. And this is all fully customizable stuff too. The room itself has a bunch of resources you can kind of upload. Handouts are going to be little pop-ups that have things like case studies or documents. You could fire up polls. You have featured actions that are like call to actions, basically, that'll show up on the bottom left. And you can click through those and then track everybody that actually interacts with all this stuff. There's going to be live captions, presentation materials. So if you have slides, you have videos, things like that, all of that is applicable. You could just put it in the room and have it pop up at any point. We also have kind of like chats. So you have post-session redirects. You can do Q&As. There's live captions. So anything that you would probably imagine would be in a webinar platform. Event admins are also available. So you can add team members, you can add guests, and then all of your integrations will show up here at the bottom panel. There's also going to be a video repository. So every single one of the recordings that you've ever done will show up in all past unless you archive it. So you can see these are all the different videos I have. If I want to click and download the recording of any specific session, I can do that right here. It's going to give me the MP4. I can also view the transcript, share the replay directly, edit the replay page, and then the replay page is going to look just like that registration page, but with that video right inside. That's me with the beard before I shaved it this morning. My 1-year-old is still mad at me. He won't recognize me, and he's still crying every time he looks at me from this morning.
I always get mad at my husband. I'm like, grow back.
In terms of the automated videos, so I have one right here, this Club Ichi sample video. So I'm just going to go ahead and register for it and show you. We have like a little bot that'll interact with you inside of these on-demand events. So if I go and share this and then jump into it, this is why I shared the audio. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up for this on demand. So let's go ahead and join this now. And within this, you can kind of interact with this bot. You'll see what I mean. So join. Closed captions are on. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Demio AI moderator bot now. You're going to see it appear right now in the chat. And you can actually ask it questions, and it's going to respond accordingly, depending on how you program those 9,000 characters. So, for example, what is Demio? Answer right there. You'll also be able to see that pop-ups show up in the room here. On the bottom left, you have a featured action. On the right-hand
I
side,
click
you're
it,
going to
it'll
see
bring me
everything
there.
in your chat, like your polls and your handouts. And then pop-ups will also show up time to time throughout the chat as well, based on the links. And those are all clickable, and people can kind of scroll through them as they need to. Handout, download. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.
So I'm sorry, were those automated? Like you had set times that they were going to happen? Is
Yeah,
that how that worked? Or did,
exactly.
okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So everything there is set on a timer. You could basically select whatever times you want as long as you don't overcrowd it. So, for example, if I go back into that room and show you how I set it up, these are the little resources that you saw pop up. And if you
Mhm.
click on each one of them, you can see it's set up on a timer. So,
Mhm.
42 seconds in, I want this checklist to show up. Or,
Mhm.
30 seconds in, I want this poll to show up. And then after the session ends, you can also route them to like your demo page or a survey or whatever else you want to do right here.
Okay. And does this do evergreen webinars too, where you can do it recorded and
Yeah.
people come in and go through that process and then you can automatically time when things pop up?
Yeah, and you can either do that from your past recordings. So if you had some great live sessions that you want to just turn into an on-demand event, we have a single button right there. Or you can go into the events right here. Like if I go to the Club Ichi sample video, go to customize, I can just upload a video directly right here.
Ah, very cool.
It'll detect the transcript as well, and then automatically apply that. It's in here.
Can you edit the replay or does it just automatically capture and you just have to pretend like you're on Broadway and it's ready to go?
Yeah, so you can't edit the replay natively yet. That is coming soon. I believe later this year we're gonna have it. And then there's a whole activity section. This is gonna have all of your metrics and stuff like that. So I can actually show you this real quick. So if I go into my demo instance over here, so Meet Demio, I have a ton of activity in here. One of the cooler metrics in here is you can see if people are actually paying attention or not inside of these rooms. So for example, if I scroll down to a specific session, let me find a random one. Here's one. All right, so this was like a 30-minute demo I did. I put up a poll, put up some handouts, things like that, just to track. I can see every single person that actually clicked on any of this stuff, and the polls are timestamped. It'll give me all their attributes and properties. And then I can actually see if they were looking at a different browser tab or not at any point. Yeah. So you can see here at 13 minutes, this person looked away. Some of these you get people that are like basically not paying attention the whole time. So I'm like, okay, I definitely know that was probably not a great fit. And then other times you get people that are just locked in, right? 94% of the time. So, okay, that was a pretty good fit. They
Wow.
were paying attention,
Creepy.
right? So,
That's
yeah,
amazing. Okay.
that's my 7-minute demo.
Yeah, that's incredible. So let's see, breakouts are main stage only.
This is main stage only, but you could set
Okay.
up sessions in any event. So, for example, if I want to create, any amount of sessions within any one of these live ones, I can continually do that. I can also set them recurring. So, for example, if I want to create a breakout session within any given room, I could just set one session here and then another session. So that would allow me to do like kind of two sessions per se.
Okay, say that whole thing again because I didn't quite follow that. So meaning I'm setting up separate events and I'm sending them away?
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay,
it's not a
okay.
true breakout, but if you wanted to have concurrent sessions running, you could.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's good because like on Zoom, I can't do concurrent sessions in any way because it's only my account and that can only happen at one time. But so this way we have one user, but people can be in multiple places. So
Yeah,
okay.
if you have the other host available. Yep.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you'd basically just need to have a second host on your
Yeah,
account.
for sure. Okay. The transcriptions, can it do different languages?
Yeah, so right now the transcription supports 6 different languages. It's basically the Latin ones, so English, Spanish, French, I think Portuguese, and there's two other ones. Let me see
Okay.
if it actually tells me.
Does it also do translation with the captions, or is it just translate the transcript?
So it's gonna be transcript. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think it'll do live translations for you. It'll do live closed captions, but not
Hmm.
translation yet.
Okay. But I know there's other tools, Translatify and some of the others. So can you do APIs or bring any of those in?
APIs do work, but not necessarily with the live room. These are mostly for sending attendee lists or things like that afterwards. You can
Okay.
also work with Zapier to send data back and forth. So it
Hmm.
does have a lot of different Zaps that are set up natively with it. And
Very
that's
cool.
just activity, trigger, and then, it'll fire whatever information you want
Okay.
somewhere else.
Awesome. And then is it like in a Zoom webinar, for example, where you bring people in as panelists and everyone else is kind of in the chat? Is that how the interface looks?
Exactly. Yeah. So there's a stage mechanism. And
Hmm.
so anybody can jump on stage who has a presenter
Hmm.
ability. And then you can also invite people from the crowd up on stage. And it goes up to 15 on certain plans.
Okay.
Up to
Oh,
15 on
15 people
stage.
on stage. Great. And then
Yeah.
is it managed by how many people are viewing the audience, like as far as pricing goes?
Pricing is based on the number of attendees in the
Yeah.
room.
Uh-huh.
So if you go up to 150 people, for example, that's the one pricing tier. The next one goes up to 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, and 10,000.
Okay. And then do most people buy this as like a subscription model where they're paying monthly, or is it one event at a time?
Yeah, so it's going to be typically one or two webinars per week or per month, whatever it is. If you want to run a second webinar at a time, like if you have another team in EMA or,
Mhm.
Japan, and that would require a second host or a second instance with a second host to run concurrently.
Okay. So if you do have an enterprise account, like, or enterprise company, can you do that and have like one major account and then you do licenses for people to use, or how's that work?
Yeah, we do have an enterprise model too, where you actually get unlimited hosts
Hmm.
throughout. That way, you could run as many simultaneous webinars as you want, and then you're basically just paying one flat fee per year.
Okay. Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sergey. This is great. It's beautiful. Very easy to
All
use.
right,
Not
of
complicated at
course,
all. I love it. Thank you. And then if you'll just drop into the chat how people can find you, and then of course we'll include more information in the Slack channel.
sure thing.
Yay! All right, thanks. Manos, welcome. I'm so excited you're here.
Hey Liz, I'm excited too. Thank you for having me.
Yay. Okay, Momencio, is that what it's called? All right. Tell us
Well,
all about it. Who are you? What would you say you do here?
I'm Manos Sifakis. I'm the founder of a platform that basically allows you guys pretty much to have more revenue out of your event effort. The platform is a subscription-based platform that you can use natively at any event you go to. That allows you to basically take the traditional lead capture notion and really what I sometimes say is give it some steroids and charge it. So the platform started as a um, sales enablement platform way back. So it's been around for some time. And it was actually the secret weapon of major corporations before we actually decided to have it go to mass market. So don't tell the big corporations how much it costs right now, although you can see pricing page. But all I can tell you is that some major Fortune 100 corporations were using that for years, and they were paying more than what it is right now for the year for one event.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
what I would say.
Mhm.
So now I made a lot of friends from my big clients. The platform is very easy to use. It's basically designed to replace your lead capture that you do at events. And it's very unique because it allows you to not just capture, take surveys, take notes, and maybe send out like some simple follow-up email. It actually allows you to have all your digital collateral within it. So if you have the right conversation and you're basically seeing that the conversation is going a certain way, you can actually pull up right away any kind of piece of collateral that you have inside your app and basically augment the conversation on the spot. Okay,
Okay.
so no more, oh my God, I didn't bring that sales sheet, and we're talking about something that would be so great to have this particular piece of collateral. Right now, you have it all digitally, more green also, because you all know how big those trash cans are at the end, of the floor. They're one of the biggest trash cans I've ever seen in my life, truthfully, and they're getting pretty filled up really quickly. So no more of that. Eco-friendly, everything in your fingertips. And actually, as you're presenting, you can actually capture intent. So you can actually get a rating of the level of interest that someone is exhibiting.
Mhm.
And you can also create a custom follow-up. So as you're presenting various things, you can actually add them to a digital briefcase. So as the conversation is ending and the lead is leaving your booth, they're basically getting an immediate touch from you, an immediate follow-up. And that follow-up is allowing them to go to a live microsite. And I'm going to show all these things
Okay.
and gonna be my guinea pig, and I think Sam on my team is gonna be harassing the rest of you. So
Yeah, I already did. Yeah.
we're gonna simulate like a booth visit from a bunch of you. I'm gonna be capturing Liz. Sam will be capturing the rest of the crew here that was part of the demo crew, not the attendees. So don't worry, the attendees will not get anything. And through that, we will show you basically live how you can win more business with the power of intent signals that gathering.
Let's do it.
Without further ado, let me share my screen here and let me know if you guys can see.
Yep, got it.
All right. So, which screen are you watching?
Press start when you begin.
Oh, not that one. Hold on. So many screens here. 1 second. Where is here? I can move it to this side, I guess.
Nope, still see the other one, the browser window.
Yeah. Hold on, let me find Zoom. Sorry about that. All right, because I can't find Zoom, I will actually. Oh, there it is. Okay. Geez. A problem of having so many screens. So, are
there we go.
Seeing like the right screen? So basically, I have here a cell phone. Okay, so Momencio is available as an app, Android or iOS. It can be a phone or a tablet. And in this particular mode, I'm actually inside an event, and I'm going to be able to capture someone. So that's the first experience that you have. It's basically capturing someone that just came to the booth. So in this particular case, and actually I'm going to switch off that. So I'm going to have here a live dashboard of the event. And in this particular case, I'm going to have Liz's badge that I'm going to scan. So I'm going to tap on scan badge. It's going to disappear for a bit here because it can't mirror when there's like a camera. So give me a second to actually capture Liz from right here. And then I'm going to connect back to the phone. So there we go. Here we go. So now we basically captured your badge, Liz, and we have in the system. We don't have to do anything else. If we want to be like a traditional lead capture system, we have our survey here that we can take. Basically, you can customize your surveys as a survey wizard in the back end. Very easy to create your surveys with multiple options, required or not required, etc. You can take notes. The notes can be transcribed. You can also have smart notes. You can have hashtags, and you can very quickly say, you know what, Liz is a VIP. She wants events. It's an immediate need. Follow up as soon as possible. So without necessarily speaking your notes, you can actually create a skeleton note that you can add to later. Where the magic happens is when I click continue, okay? Now imagine on a tablet, on a larger screen format, it will be a lot more meaningful to present. On a mobile phone, I have been known to present at a bar using my phone and at a bus going from the expo floor to the hotel room. So I have used the phone to engage and showcase some things to people. And basically, you have a whole library of multiple categories, multiple assets that you can pick from. And you can have videos, PDFs, HTML experiences, links to outside resources, booking for appointments, etc., all at your fingertips. And what you do, if you don't want to present, you don't have the time to present, you can literally add things to the briefcase. So I can add here one deck for Liz. I'm gonna add from right here a testimonial, and I'm gonna view my briefcase and follow up right away. So right now the system captured, surveyed, took notes, presented, and followed up right away with a custom follow-up that leads you, invites you, Liz, if you open that email that you're going to receive in a bit, it leads you to a live microsite. It's a dynamic generated microsite for the lead that you just captured. And the reason for that is because we want to generate intent signals. Okay. The magic of Memencio is generating revenue intelligence, basically things that the salespeople can sink their teeth in and generate more sales out of every lead that they interacted with at their show. And you can all probably relate, whoever is in charge of events, you can probably relate on how exciting it is to go there and the stress of putting the booth together, and you're capturing people and you're thinking you're having a great show. And the next day, you don't even remember what you said to people. You don't even remember who are the promising leads necessarily. And there's no context around these leads, okay? Zero context. With Momencio, we have a system where you're basically seeing live intent signals, right? As people are exiting the booth and even at the booth, because you can see, what did I show Liz? What did I present to her? For how long did I stay on a particular piece of collateral? Okay. And you see here the live dashboard right now. Sam, I think, Sam captured Jackie, John, Lee, Sergei. So all these people are live people that are being captured. Liz is right here. And this is a sample of the live feed that actually is showcasing what Momencio is sensing, okay? This is the big picture of an event, lots of dashboards with very interesting content that you can consume, data visualizations that you can consume. My favorite is that we actually, because we have the ability to track engagement and intent signals, we can actually give you who are the most promising leads in terms of quantitative analytics that we have. And right now, actually, on top of that, we have AI that is giving even more dimension to the insight of who are the people that are promising, and also what can we follow up with.
And can you like manage what creates a hot lead, or is this like AI is telling us, or can I go put in and say these are buying signals I'm looking for?
Yes, you can actually do that from your, first of all, you upload your ICP, your ideal customer profile in Momencio. So when you go to a show, you actually tell the show wizard what is your ideal customer profile at that show.
Okay.
What's the title, what's the industry. So that way our AI is actually matching and telling you, okay, these are the people that are actually very promising for you.
So did it append my data? So when you put my information in there, did it go in and pull like any contact info you could find?
So yes, it did. So this is your record with us. It actually goes back from a conversation that was there, because Momencio is also a sales platform from its origins. So you can literally see all conversations that you've done with someone, even beyond the event, okay? But this is where the magic started. So you actually were captured both from Sam and from me. This is the note right away. Actually, because Sam followed up with you, the system is not sending another follow-up from me. So even though I wanted to follow up with you, the system is capping it so that you don't get spammed, from multiple people at the same event. So there's settings like that are basically creating a very tight experience. But if you start opening from Sam that follow-up, the system will right away light up both here in this activity stream and also right here. So you see Jackie just opened Sam's email, okay? You see here other people basically interacting from that same event. So people captured, notes taken, surveys taken, email follow-ups opened, microsites visited. So you see how it's like blinking yellow. So this is basically sensing in real time every lead that you ever captured, ongoing for as long as the subscription is on, so that your salespeople, and that's our mission, make the most out of every lead that was captured at any show you went to, that any lead that they were assigned to, and not have that usual motion that they have when they get a stack of leads or cards or anything like that, and they go, yeah, okay, thank you for the leads. I'm gonna move on to the people that I know are not for me, and all that event effort is up in
And so this integrates with your CRM and then loads it in and can create the follow-ups. Okay.
Integrate with your CRM, marketing automation platforms as well,
Mhm.
wizards that we have, very, very easy to configure. And it's basically becoming the gold standard in lead capture. I mean, we don't want to say lead capture, but I guess I have to say lead capture so people can put me in some kind of box.
I think you need a new category. You're a category creator here with all this stuff. This isn't just lead capture. So we're gonna have to work on that. We need a
Yes,
Club
but
Ichi brain trust
not
for you.
including us in any Julius Solaris doesn't know where to put us right now. So he's
That's all right. You get your own bubble.
yeah,
That's great.
basically.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Manos. This is really cool. We definitely need to talk more. I feel like this is a really great opportunity for people that even aren't doing a booth. If you are at an event that's got thousands of people and you're having conversations, it's even better because now you're out there and you've like got the stuff. So even just for Club Ichi, someone saying, I'm interested in sponsoring a supper club versus I'm interested in joining the community, I can like connect, grab the stuff and send stuff, which is follow up is our biggest problem, right? So we talk to a million people, but we never get to send the stuff. This is great.
But also ongoing intent. You have basically your finger on
Hmm.
the pulse forever.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much, Manos.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Yes. All righty, everybody. Well, that is it for our 7-minute demos today. Those were 4 really incredible, fantastic technology tools that I hope that you will reach out to our friends here and follow up with all of them. I'm going to put all their contact information on Circle for us as well as Slack so that you can find everybody because we didn't get time for Manos and Sam to drop theirs in here, but we will make sure that you get connected with everyone. So thanks so much for joining us, and you can find this again on demand inside the Circle platform. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of
Thanks,
your week.
Liz.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone.